Hello friends, welcome to Server Studies. In this video, I will going to show you how lag function works in Scala. So lag function is a window function. So first we need to define the window function to use the lag function. How we can define the window function? We can define the function with the help of a window keywords. Whenever we are going to define the window function, it does two things. With the help of a partition by function, it partitions the row into a sets of row. What does it means? It means that suppose we have a data frame and there is a column. Whenever we are going to apply the partition by function on that column, it will create each one partition based on unique value which is present in that column. And that is nothing but a sets of row. Once the partition gets created based on a particular column, then how the data will going to organize in that partition? The data will going to organize with the help of we are defining the organizing of the data in that partition with the help of an order by function. So order by function will going to arrange the data in that window partition either in the ascending order or in the descending order. If we do not provide any ordering, then Spark will going to take ascending order, because ascending order is the default ordering in order by function. So what the lag function will going to do? Lag function will going to take the row of a column and it will see the preceding value. It will take that value and will do the needful. So if at this point of a time you are not able to understand what is the preceding value of a specified rows from a current rows within the partition, it's okay. Just wait till I'll complete the exercise. In that exercise, I will show you how the lead function will going to work. How lead function will the lag function will fetch the preceding value of a specified rows from the current rows within the partition. We get to know. Okay, just be with me till I complete the exercise. Lag function is a window analytic function, and whenever we are going to use window analytic function, it returns after operating on the data. To perform the lag function exercise, I need some data, so I have created this data. I will use this data and create a data frame, and on top of that data frame we will do lag function exercise. So you can see here, these are the three import statements which I have written here. I'm just importing this Spark session. Here I'm just importing all the functions which is present in this package, and I'm just importing this window so that I can use in this exercise. Once all the required library imported, here I am just creating a variable AP columns with the help of a sequence. This is a sequence variable. Here just I have provided 4 names. These are nothing but the schema which we are going to use whenever we are going to create the data frame based on the sample data which I have shown from this list variable, right? So with the help of a Spark context.parallelize function, I am creating a RDD based on the list variable which we have defined. Once this RDD gets created, so with the help of a create data frame function, by passing this RDD, I am just creating a data frame. In this data frame, no column names are present, so I am creating a new data frame. On top of this data frame, with the help of a 2D function, I am just providing the columns names which we have defined here, AP columns names, so AP columns variable. Once this data frame gets created, I am defining a window. How we are going to, what the two things generally we do whenever we are going to define a window? First, we are partitioning the data. So we are partitioning the data with the help of a partition by function. On what column we are partitioning the data? We are partitioning the data with the help of a AP department. Once the data partition in with the help of AP department. How the data will going to organize? The data will going to organize with the help of, I'm defining with the help of an order by function. It will going to take AP salary value and it will organize the data in each partition in ascending order or in the descending order. Here it would be in the ascending order because I am not defining any ordering condition. So ascending order is the default one. I am creating a data frame again. So what I'm just doing this, how the data will going to populate in this data frame. On top of this data frame, I am just defining a window with the help of a over keyword. And what is the criteria or what is the condition to create the window? I have defined in this variable. So in this variable, what I have defined partition by AP department name and order the data which is present in that in each partition with the help of a AP salary ascending order. Then this lag function will come into the picture. So I am just calling this lag function. What it will going to do? It will just take, it will look this AP salary value and see previous value. Lag means previous value. It will take the previous value and it will populate this column which we are creating with the help of a with column function. Let's do the exercise. When I will do the exercise and when I will just going to discuss the output of this lag function which is getting stored in this data frame, then we will get a better idea how the lag function generally works in Scala. So let's go to the Databricks. Let me create a new notebook. Name it as lag function. Now to perform this exercise, we need to have some data. So I have created a list variable. This is the list variable which I will use to create a data frame. I have copied. I have already created it. Okay. So let me create this list variable. So this list variable has been created successfully. Now let me create a variable which will store the name of the columns. In sequence. What is the name of the column? AP employee name, AP gender, AP department, and AP salary. Let's run it. Let's create a RDD. By calling spark.spark contest.parallelize function and pass the object which has the data. So this is the list object which has the data. Let me pass this. So this already has been created successfully. Let's create a data frame. With the help of a spark.create data frame by passing the object which has the data. So this already has the data which we have created on top of the list. Run it. This data frame has been created successfully. Let's display. The data frame is created, but there is a no column. So let's create a new data frame. On top of this data frame, and we are going to call to function, and we are passing AP column variable and we are taking all the value which is present in this AP column. This data frame has been created successfully. Now let's display it. So this is the data frame. Now let's import all the required libraries. Import org.apache.spark.sql, and in the SQL Spark session. Spark session we have imported it. Let me just copy it, paste here, Spark SQL, then in the function just import all. Here all the functions are available in this notebook. Now let's import the window. Here SQL expression and then window. Window is also available in this notebook. Now let's create a window partitioning strategy. And variable AP windows partition, and how this we are going to create the window partition. We generally do two things whenever we are defining the partition. We are partitioning the data based on the column. So AP department, the column on which we are partitioning the data, and we are ordering the data based on AP column in each partition. AP salary. Let's run it. This partitioning status has been defined. Now let's create a data frame. By creating a new column on top of this data frame with the help of a with function. The name of the column is EP flag salary. How the data will going to populate? The data will going to populate with the help of a lag function. And what is the name of the column on which lag will going to apply? That is the AP salary. And on which partition? So we are defining the partition with the help of an over partition, and the partition strategy we have defined here. Let's run it. Okay, so here we should put 1, 2, 3. Here what I'm saying, what I'm just asking, just one row before. So that is 2. If that is 1, if you want to take the value 2 rows before, then we need to put 2 and subsequently 3 and 4. But I want to fetch previous row. That's why I am taking 1. So let me run it. Now this data frame has been created successfully. This is a lag. Okay, so this is a typo. Let me do it lag. So let's understand what I'm just doing here. Okay, on top of this data frame, I am creating a window partition with the help of a over keyword. And what is the window partitioning strategy? So this is the window partitioning strategies variable which is defined here. So this is partition the data based on the AP department, and in each partition it is ordering the data based on the AP salary. Once this partition window gets created, then I am just implementing the lag function. What it will going to see? It will take the AP salary in each partition, fetch the value one row previous, and populate this column which we have created with the help of a get column function. So let understand with the help of an output. Okay, then we will understand better. then display. So this AP department, each unique value will be clubbed in a different partition. So this IT is a department from this here to here. It is in one partition. This management from here to here. It is all these four records are in one different partition. This is the marketing. From here to here, this would be in the different partition. So let's understand from the output, right? So what after the partition, what the lab function is going to do? We have defined the lab function, and it will check the column AP salary. So it will check the column AP salary. This is the AP salary, and it will search or go to one row before in that partition. So we can see this is the first row. There's a no previous row. That's why null value is not able to populate anything here. That's why it's populating null value. Right. Now let's understand this one. This is the row. Lab will come into the AP salary. It will see one row previous. So what is the one row previous value? This is the 3000. So it lab function fetch this value and populate AP salary column here. Let's talk about this one. How it will lab function will do? It will go to this row. One row previous it will take value. This is the one row previous, and it will populate the AP lag salary. Let's talk about this one. Lag function will see AP salary, one row previous of this value. What is the one row previous? This is the one row previous, and it will set this value and populate AP lag salary. Let's discuss this partition. This is the management partition. So what lag value will going to do? It will see come AP salary column. It will see the AP salary. It will fetch the previous value. No, this is the first column. Sorry, this is the first row of this partition. No value is present in the previous. That's why AP salary is populating as a null. Now let's see. This is the next row in management partition. Lag value will see AP salary. What is the previous row of this AP salary? This is a 3300. Lag function will fetch it and put in the AP lag salary. This is the next row. Lag function will come in AP salary column, fetch the previous value of this row. What is the previous value? This is the previous value. Lag function will pick this value and put into this AP lag salary. In this way, the lag function will fetch the previous row value and populate this AP lag salary. This is a little bit complex topic. If you go this video a couple of times and if you perform the exercise couple of times which I have shown in this exercise, I am pretty much sure we can understand how the lag function generally works in Scala. Let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.